I'm sure we all know about the love I have for the cooking skill based on the previous episodes. This trend might continue through this episode, but what happens might surprise you. Necromancy released on August 7th of 2023, which has us all asking the question, is this series going to be changing to Road to 5.8 Bill? You bet your we are. Anyways, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program, so please join me in episode number 8 of my Road to 5.8 Bill XP series. Hey everyone, Taylor here, aka Marth. Let's go ahead and jump right into the starting analytics for this episode. Our starting XP is 3,706,058,731. Our starting total virtual level is 3,360. Now, let's see how much XP I can gain for this episode. Okay, so I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, but I did just get 117 cooking. Yes, I did get a screenshot, and I literally completely forgot that when I would collect my daily challenges, I would actually end up getting the level because dailies are done, so we're moving on, man. There we go. 114 strength. We are doing some Raptor Slayer tasks, trying to get the special assignments so that way I can get the completionist cape back. Here we go. Our third and final special task completed from the Raptor, which I believe is the last thing that I need in order to get the completionist cape back. So let's head over to Fort Ferentry and see if we get our third and final trophy. A place for my heads. Mount all 3 of the Raptor Slayers reward trophies, I think is what it said. And bam, we can get the completionist cape back, finally, because as much as I like the 120 ring crafting cape, this just looks so much better. Now we're just going to continue on the other Slayer grinds that we have for bingo, and I'm going to go force a automaton task and hopefully press my luck and get some gloves. 7 out of 169 collected, so we're going to be changing that. I've been working on getting some souls every single time that I go on a new task where I do not have the soul, and thankfully from the new Slayer monsters, I already have the Bound Skeleton, Risen Ghost, and the Zombie. So all we have left is I believe the Phantom. And that right there is 200 million XP in archaeology. Let's go. I honestly wanted to get that way long ago. Like right when the skill came out is when I was going for 200 mil. I'm very happy to have that now. I believe that is what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8 on the 200 mils. Let's go. That is awesome. Jose Harpoon, I dig it. I like that. 115 fletching. Let's go. I did have a viewer reach out to me by the name of, I believe it was Katari. Thank you for PMing me, as I am going to be switching it up and doing Dyna arrows with the sharp shells. That's a tongue twister. With sharp shell shards and arrows, and we're going to be making the Dyna arrows as well as charging them with the resident anima of Bic to make Bic arrows. So I actually have about 367k of the anima that we're going to be using to also charge the arrows, because we can sell the Bic arrows as they are quite good for ranged right now. So thank you for reaching out and letting me know about that method. I'm going to be switching it up and doing that as well as charging the arrows. And I think broad arrows are going to become a thing of the past unless it's double XP, but we'll see. There's another level down and another level closer to being done with fletching. There is the last shards of Armadillo needed in order to make whatever it is, an Armadillo orb. Yeah, orb of Armadillo. Okay, let's go. Let's go get a battle staff. Armadillo battle staff. Look at that. Price check of 209 mil. Let's go sell it. sold for 172 mil. There it is, 118 cooking, 18.7 mil left to go to 120. I am not going to say that it's the worst skill. Yes, this might be a surprise to some, but there's a reason why I've been training it over other skills. I figured out the AFK-ness of it when I'm wanting to play my Iron Man or just simply chill out and watch some anime or maybe one of my friends streaming in Discord. We're going to continue on the cooking grind and maybe swap over to do some smithing. Double XP is coming up here soon, so we're going to be focusing on that. All right, so we hopped over here to the Artisan's Workshop, and we're going to be getting 114 smithing. I'm not trying to use too many of these protean bars as double XP is coming up, so we're just going to get the level really quick, and then we're going to get back to some Slayer. We have been working on some Slayer slowly but surely, climbing up to almost 170 mil. Oh, there we go, right there. 114 smithing. Let's fricking go. We're going to be going back to some automatons because I did have some luck with some tracking gloves there, so I need to get the other two in order to complete the tile. So we are also going to be working on that in the background. Oh, look at that. Fletching rock. Sweet. And it's right before the 116 level, too. 116 fletching. Let's fricking go. 34.1 mil left to 120. And we're just going to continue on making these big arrows. They're surprisingly not too much of a GP loss, and I am stocking up actually making the raw Dyna arrows as well. If you guys can notice, cooking has actually gotten a little bit of love, and I'm only 17.4 mil away on that because I have been doing quite a bit of other things in the background. So AFK and cooking has been kind of a godsend, so I'm not going to talk as much on it in this video. We are loving what we have going on here. AFKing a lot of mining. The goal for this episode is to get to 150 mil. We'll see if that actually happens. There we go. 115 thieving. Hell yeah. 40 mil, well, 40.7 mil left to 120 and 5 levels to go. There it is. 3.8 bill XP. I guess at this point we are on the latter half of the XP grind, but we're just going to keep chugging along here for double XP and see if we can finish out this 120 cooking so that way I can just be done with this skill. There it is. 119 cooking, only 9.8 mil left to 120, and honestly I've just been rushing this as much as I can because as I've gotten towards the end of this 120 grind, it hasn't been as bad, but looking at the initial start, which was I think around like 40 to 50 mil XP left when I started this. There it is, 120 cooking. We're finally done with this skill. And surprisingly enough, it wasn't one of my last 120s. We still have strength, smithing, thieving, and fletching. Look at that, the 120 cooking cape. Hell yeah, let's go. There it is. 115 smithing, only 5 levels left to 120, and we are evening out the skills left that we have. I didn't have my recorder turned on because I honestly was not expecting to get anything, but we just got the smithing pet. Let's go. That means we only have, let's see, skill pets. We need crafting, agility, attack, hunter, and dungeoneering. I didn't even have it on, but 73.2 mil. We got Smithy. Let's go. And we have unlocked Smithy. And we've completed Jack of Trades. Let's go. I'm going to continue prepping for 200 mil. We are going to be continuing on making these Elder Rune +5 sets to make into Burial. Next double XP to finish out 200 mil. It's quite a big investment, but it will be worth it because it's going to be some stupid XP per hour. But we're going to get back to the grind, and we'll see if anything else unexpected happens. Let's go. 118 smithing, only 18.7 mil left to 120. We're going to continue on stacking up burial armor for the next double XP at the end of July. We're going to get back to the grind. We're going to continue doing a little bit of smithing here to finish out the dailies. And then we will be working on maybe some thieving, maybe some fletching. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see whatever it ends up being in the next clip. There it is, 117 fletching, 3 levels left to go for 120, and I believe that puts us at 26.8 mil left. Pretty stoked on that, I'm not going to lie, just because these Dyna arrows have been much faster than broad arrows, and it's not nearly as a fraction of the loss. I can still sell these back and at least make a little bit of my money back, where with broad arrows, you cannot sell them or do anything with them other than alch. 118 fletching. Let's go. 18.7 mil left to 120. That is another level down and another level closer to finishing out this skill. I think, let's look. It's pretty slim pickings for the rest of the skills that we have until we are only going to be focusing on XP rather than 120s. However, Necromancy is also going to be coming out very soon, which I am very excited for. It's going to be pretty nice having a new skill that we can grind to level 99, and it's also going to give a nice little bit of a refresher on this series, so I'm pretty stoked on that. It's going to turn it to road to 5.8 bill XP rather than the road to 5.6 bill, but nonetheless, it's still going to be the same good old vibes and XP gains. Slowly closing in, less than 10k. Let's go. Come on, let's get it. I've been saving up all of these burial armors for this. 120 smithing. Let's freaking go. Hell yes. We need to get the cape now. 120 smithing and the entire right row. Done. Ha! Let's go. That's huge. Thanks, Thurgo. On to, let's see, fletching. Yeah, we're going to close down fletching, then thieving. Strength will be strength, even though I do know that other combat XP is getting nerfed. Technically, it already has been nerfed, but we're going to continue on. 119 fletching. Oh, this necromancer's talking. But 119 fletching, 9.8 mil left to 120, and then we'll only have 2 skills left to go for all skills level 120. And that right there is 120 fletching. Let's freaking go. Only 2 left, and we will have 120 all. Let's go. Look at that. 120 fletching. That means we only have thieving and strength left for 120 all. And we're closing it. We only have 11 total levels left before we're done. So, yes, fletching complete. We can finally stop spending money on that. Now we're going to take a break and go do some strength training and get that done with. 120 strength. Let's go. Only 1 skill left to 120 all. So now that our runs are done, we're going to head over to Berthorpe and let's grab ourselves the 120 strength cape. And let's set our XP target as well while we're at it to 200 mil. 120 strength achieved. All we have left is thieving at 32.3 mil. Let's go see if we can knock this out before our double XP ends. Well, we just got 116 thieving. I was not recording nor even paying attention because I was not expecting the XP to come that quickly. 118 Thieving coming in. I did not get the recorder turned on fast enough because I honestly forgot that I was that close to the level, but 18.7 mil left to 120. Only 2 levels remain, and then we can solely focus on Necromancy. That's kind of been the plan this entire time, is to try and finish out the 120s so that way we can really hit Necromancy hard to get 99 as well as 120. And we very well may just end up going straight for 200 mil Necromancy to try and lock in a nice rank. That right there is 119 Thieving. Let's go. 1 level left to 120, as well as 3390 virtual total level, which is considered to be max. And then we will be 120 all skills. Let's go. I don't know if we're going to be finishing 120 before Necromancy. We'll see. I'm really trying to, and I'm really trying to hit that 4 build total XP, but we still have about 13 mil XP to go. I don't know if we're going to hit it, but we'll continue on, keep getting these grinds, and I guess you'll see whether or not we continue on or if it waits until next episode. Okay, this has been a long time coming, but we're finally going to finish off 120 Thieving. I've got these 2 prismatic lamps right here. Let's go ahead and use them. 120 Thieving, and that's 120 in all skills. Let's go. Hell yeah. And we can get the Master Completionist cape. Let's go. There is the 120 Thieving cape. Let's go. Now we need to figure out who we buy the Master Completionist cape from. Well, first we need to get the Master Max cape. So off to Falador. All right, let's insert the keystone and see what happens. Let's go. Oh my gosh. We finally have it. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into the ending analytics for this episode. Our starting XP was 3,706,058,731. Our ending XP for this episode is 3,997,768,524. That means the total XP gained for this episode is a whopping 291,709,793. Let's go. Not quite the XP record for the total XP, but definitely more than last episode. I don't have any excuses for having 2 double XPs and not hitting the XP record, but let's see what the future holds. Moving on to our total virtual level, our starting total virtual level was 3,360, and our ending total virtual level is 3,390. The total amount of virtual total levels gained for this episode is 30, which is the highest amount ever achieved during a singular episode during this series thus far, which is pretty freaking insane if you ask me. I have a feeling that this record will be broken now that Necromancy has been released, and maybe the total XP gained record, but we'll see. Thank you for taking some time to watch this episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video, and if you want to stay up to date with future Runescapers content, consider subscribing. If this is your first time finding this series, there will be a playlist linked in the description below if you want to watch the previous episodes. Now that the episode is over, we can talk about the upcoming series. We have finally achieved 120 all. Now it's time to start busting out some 200 mils. Time to get to work.